You're listening to the deep dive review on You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza. You Are the Placebo is one of the most ambitious modern books attempting to connect neuroscience, psychology, belief, and physical healing. And then the book pushes one step further. Can belief and mental states directly change the body? 1. The core thesis, the big idea. The body can change in measurable ways when the mind truly believes something is happening. In simple terms, belief influences the brain. The brain influences the body, and the body influences biology. Dispenza argues that the same mechanism behind the placebo effect can be intentionally activated. What is the placebo effect? A placebo is a fake treatment, something like a sugar pill with no active medical ingredient. Yet, sometimes people still experience real improvement. Researchers have observed reduced pain, improved mood, measurable physiological changes of eyes. And the key insight is this: the improvement did not come from the treatment itself, it came from belief in the treatment. Hacker 3, the reverse effect. The nocebo dispensa also discusses the opposite phenomenon, the nocebo effect. This is when negative expectations produce negative outcomes. For example, expecting side effects and then experiencing them, believing you'll become sick, and triggering a stress response. Why does this matter? Because the mind is not neutral. Belief patterns can influence the body in both positive and negative directions. 4. The core mechanism. Dispenza describes a chain reaction that looks like this. Thoughts create emotions. Emotions influence brain chemistry. Brain chemistry affects the nervous system, and the nervous system influences the body's response. For example, if you genuinely believe I am safe, I am healing, the body may begin shifting toward relaxation, repair, immune support. But if the dominant belief is I'm in danger, the body shifts towards stress, inflammation, survival mode. 5. The body becomes the mind. One of the most important ideas in the book is that repeated emotions condition the body. If someone repeatedly experiences stress, anger, fear, the body becomes chemically accustomed to those emotional states. Eventually, the body begins expecting those chemicals. And over time, the body can start driving the mind. For example, you feel anxious. The body releases stress chemicals. After enough repetition, the body expects that state, and now anxiety appears, even without a clear reason. Breaking the cycle. Dispenza argues that changing your life requires changing both your thoughts and your emotional state. Not just thinking differently, but feeling differently. The role of meditation. Meditation is central to the entire book. Why? Because meditation helps you quiet automatic thought patterns, detach from habitual emotions, create new internal states. The goal is to move away from stress, reaction, past-based identity, and toward calm, intention, future-based identity. Tashdar 8, becoming someone new. This connects directly to psychocybernetics. Dispenza argues that you must mentally rehearse and emotionally embody a future version of yourself. The process looks like this. 1. Imagine your future self clearly. 2. Feel the emotions associated with that identity. 3. Repeat the process until it begins to feel natural. Why does this work? Because the brain starts treating imagined experiences as meaningful. And over time, neural pathways begin changing, behaviors begin shifting, identity begins evolving. 9. The importance of elevated emotions. Dispenza places strong emphasis on emotions such as gratitude, love, joy, inspiration. Why are these emotions important? Because they signal to the body safety, openness, growth, and these states are associated with regulation, healing, and reduced stress. 10. The science versus the interpretation. This is where it's important to stay balanced. There are aspects of the book strongly supported by science. For example, the placebo effect is real, thoughts influence stress and physiology, meditation changes brain activity, emotions affect health. But some claims remain more controversial, especially claims involving thought alone curing serious illness, quantum physics explanations, energy field theories. A balanced interpretation would be this: the mind-body connection is powerful, but it is not unlimited. Anish 11, the deepest insight most people miss. This book is not really about curing illness. It's about breaking unconscious patterns that keep people trapped. Most people live inside habitual thoughts, habitual emotions, habitual behaviors, and Dispenza is teaching how to interrupt that cycle. 12. The one sentence that captures the book: when you change your mind, you can begin changing your body. 13, the 5 ideas worth remembering forever. 1. Belief can influence biology. 2. The body memorizes emotional states. 3. Stress keeps the body in survival mode. 4. Meditation interrupts old patterns. 5. You must feel the future to help create it. 14. A simple daily practice. You can simplify the method into a short daily routine. Step 1. Notice a familiar emotional pattern: stress, frustration, fear. Step 2. Interrupt the reaction. Pause. Step 3. Visualize your future self clearly. Step 4. Generate elevated emotions. Feel gratitude, calm, or inspiration. And step 5. Repeat daily. 15. The criticism of the book. To understand the book clearly, it's important to understand the criticism as well. 1. Some claims go beyond current scientific evidence. 2. There is risk of misinterpretation. Some readers may incorrectly believe all illness is mindset-based, or that thoughts alone can solve everything, which is not accurate. 3. The book blends neuroscience and spirituality, sometimes without clearly separating the two. Final mental model. Think of the body like a chemical reflection of the mind. Thoughts create signals. Signals create feelings. Feelings condition the body. Change the pattern, and you begin changing the state. The bigger picture you're building. At this point, you're seeing something powerful emerge across all these books. Thoughts shape beliefs. Beliefs shape identity. Identity shapes habits. Habits shape actions. Actions shape biology. And biology shapes life. Thank you for listening to this deep dive review on You Are the Placebo.